Hey, you chickadees. I'm Lay Rooster, and you're in the hen house. It's Arc Fall Day. It's also December 5th. Happy Reveal Day to those who know. If you know, know. Cheers. Here we are, looking at a new arc, and, I was stuck at work, but we wanted to look at this now. I do like looking at this after the workday. One, we tend to have to give a good, I don't know, 3 to 6 hours for the game to start working after the arc release anyway. So I might as well go to work and come back and check. Right, but I've been looking at things as best I can and catching up. So let's go dig through it and look at what we're dealing with. We've also got an event store that they didn't talk about and the battle pass that they spend on. So they didn't really talk about that. Anyway, let's dig into Arc Update 61. Here are the patch notes. Check. All right, some flavor text, right? Enterprise. Now, I think they're going to Nemesis for this one. And so we've got the Make It So arc. I noticed they said it continues and didn't end, but we've got the arcs, got the event store, which usually means it's ending. So I'm just a little confused, but interested to see what they do. Give me your thoughts down below, and remember to like and subscribe. All right, so we're getting the Make It So arc bringing the Section 31 faction store. That seems to be what people are talking about a good bit for me now. The new activity, Wave Defense, big new thing, and also big new pricey Battle Pass. Because we need 3 friggin' Battle Passes that we have to pay for. Come on, let's go. All right, new building, the facade. The facade is what they mean, the thin veneer used to try to sell you a 3rd Battle Pass. Maybe that's what I'm picking up. Anyway, the new Battle Simulator minigame. I mean, that looks neat. I plan to play it and check it out on stream. Check us out on Twitch, as well as we mess through this in the next week. Some new officers, and of course, some missions, some more. Some bug fixes, but mainly, a poor rollout of the arc breaking the game. But I think it's mostly fixed now, or mostly fixed. Let me know how long it take. How many hours did it take before your server was ready to play with it? Put your comments down below. Let us know. All right, so the Wave Defense and the Facade. The Facade is a new building that you can build in order to allow you to do the Wave Defenses. There's a whole piece on that, and we probably will have a video about that or some other breakdowns on and everything. So you're working for Starfleet, 31, so that's cool. You're going to help Section 31. I like that. I saw the start of the quest that looked kind of interesting, at least a little bit, which I don't usually say that. So that part's cool. So there's a new faction store that's built off the Wave Defense and the new building, the Facade, that will help you run that. My snarky comments aside. Anyway. So it begins at operations level 30. So if you're below that, you're not in it yet, but at least it's down there towards 30 to move us. It looks like, it's going up there. Let's see, the buffs from the building itself, weapon damage against wave defense hostiles. So that's going to help with the actual wave defense. Base hull health, officer stats, and it says additional resources to the new Armada Quick Start functionality available in that. So that's going to be a piece that you can do to launch those armadas and churn them faster than other people can if you get that. So that'll help with other events, those who track in it, whale it, or stockpile it. So brand new Wave Defense Pass that will provide unique rewards to help with your Section 31 standing and defending those gates. So they do mention it. It's just like, yeah. And it costs a lot of money. Another $100 you can spend there because you need a 3rd Battle Pass. That's just like, come on, let's go. Yeah, Marvel Strike Force. I quit Marvel Strike Force. We only had 2 Battle Passes. Now we got 3 in Star Trek Fleet Command. So let me know, where are you spending your money? Which pass is the one that you can skip the most? Which one is the one you gotta have the most? Down below. All right, lot to cover. So we do have a new Fleet Commander, Luther Sloan. I do like them continuing Fleet Commander stuff. I've been saying that over and over in different reviews. So that's good, and he is the man of secrets. His skill trees are related to Tactician, Mechanic, and Escapist. So combat buffs that focus on max cargo. So ship power on buffs for leveling up Forbidden Tech and Shield. So that's kind of interesting for getting your whip up. Escapist, utility buffs. for, again, more cargo stuff. FKR reputation gains, again, that seems to be a big thing with Enterprise E Picard helping a lot with that as well. So you can see some synergies there. They notice Luther is unique from the other fleet commanders, and he's not going to use the rare skill points. You're going to have to use skill points that are from the faction store. Gives you a reason to be forced to care about that mechanic. In return for working for the intelligence group in doing the wave defenses as well, you'll get shards for Luther, and we'll look at this in game a little bit in a minute. Also, our new officers going on: Enterprise E, Epic Riker, and Troy, Rare Troy. So we got Riker in there. He's got a captain's maneuver. Eternity awaits with increasing your ship's base impulse speed. That'll make it pretty speedy, make for a speed crew. I think more his officer ability. Each time your ship hits with a weapon, increase critical hit damage chance by 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Appreciate 4 rounds. So that's cumulative. So that sounds pretty good, and we can kind of pair him with some of those isolytic damage that's also going. With Picard and such, perhaps. You've got Troy, Enterprise E Troy over here. So on her officer ability, beginning of each round reduces opponent's shield health by 4, 8, 12, 16 officer attack against hostiles. That's pretty good. And yeah, you could pair that with Riker as captain as well, and with an alternative hostile grinding. But notice also below deck ability here, increasing critical hit damage by 20, 30, all the way up to 90% against armadas and hostiles. So I think that puts Odo to shame, but that's great to have another one there. Pairing up with Hugh. Of course, Hugh doesn't affect on armadas, but hostiles we can really do that. So interesting stuff to be messing around. These officers that are coming out in the Make It So arc have been kind of interesting and certainly seem to be useful. Not always must-haves, but pretty darn enjoyable to have. So I look forward to getting these, messing around with some theory crafting and crewing. All right, there's some new missions on there, wave defense missions as well, to kind of talk about that for level ops 30 plus. Some new refits, or new refit for the Defiant here that now this one is going to help, again, through the same faction store, help with your Defiant claims and everything. Get even more than you already get from using the Defiant, so more, better. And also looks cool, right? Looks cool. So does the Talios refit here, increasing the nanoprobes. So by 50%, both of these are 50% boost. That will be pretty helpful. That nanoprobe grind is taking forever, and of course you want the Defiant to really, so you can keep pulling max pulling in the Bajoran world and all that. We got some prime nodes over here, a shield health boost and a delta spike. Improve Voyager refinery payout. Pretty cool. Again, cracking out if you want. Leave your friends behind, literally. Let's see. They're going to new event type to buff events. And these are significant buff. It's going to be like a 2-day thing here. Like, so the event like Saturday, December 9th, Armada hunts, up to 50% damage effective increase against Armadas for 48 hours. So that's going to be something you can be buffed and take advantage of. The other one with 50% effective mining, and another with damage effective increase against styles, things like that. So that sounds good for coordinating with when we have the other events going on. Probably we'll have to see what kind of synergies they have going on. Then we look at our first mini game they're talking about, and the Battle Simulator. Allow us to engage with iconic starships in real-time battle simulator. There's a satellite hovering above your base. We'll look at that in a minute real quick. And you can unlock James T. Kirk, so that's a nice catch-up mechanic for newer players, and it could be fun, and could be a fun thing. And we'll see how well they integrate them. And of course, more Battle Pass pieces, and the bug fixes. Now, what bug do I want you to fix the most? How about when you roll out the arc, the game actually works, and people don't have to go away and discuss for a while to wait for it to come. Most people now know to, hey, hostile grinding's while and that kind of thing, like it was this morning. So work on considering having a smooth rollout. That's a bug for you to work on. It's not listed here, and maybe you should add it. All right, let's go for a second They're just reminding us. All right, looking at the game, here is the battle simulator over here. It looks, looks nice. I'm saving this so I can do some of this on stream on Twitch. I hope you come join me. Let me know what you're thinking of this and how much fun or not it's been for you. I'm honestly, I think it might be fun. So let me know what you think. And we've got that going on. Should always press help. All right, and then if we go into the store, into the ship, here is where the facade goes. And they gave us some points in your chest, so collect that in the chest. And then I'm going to start building this stuff. But I was waiting for y'all in the videos. So we'll be able to launch these wave defense. Then we can go in, looking at our events. That's where I was really noticing things. If I went to the season passes, I was like, oh my gosh, we got a wave defense thing. Now the wave defense requires five people playing with 2 ships apiece, going through multiple waves. It is great. You can do it with people who are not in your alliance, which is good if you have friends who want to help you, or friends from like another mother or father alliance or sister alliance, and you're all helping one another out. So that could be kind of cool. Go through those. We are getting the ability to go through that daily, the gaming store. But again, another complete full price pay battle pass seems excessive on that. Know your thoughts. So we have that, and then we have the event store. So again, we'll start looking at these with the officers and the ships that are available. The Monavine is available for the first time, which was predicted. That's pretty good. It looks like they need to add in some other stuff. The officers, it's a lot of the very recent officers, not a lot of other ones that we might want. So there's stuff here to get, and there's a Monavine to consider as well if you haven't bought that as well. So I'm curious what people are thinking about that, and we'll do some more. Anyway, we're going to check more out in our live streams and other videos to follow. Glad to be coming back with y'all. Y'all take care. Remember to like and subscribe, and cock-a-doodle-doo.